Good evening from Philadelphia and the city of brotherly love. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And here on South Broad Street, Jay, the spectrum used to reverberate. You can say the same now for Wells Fargo Center.
And you know what, Ed? All you need is a little bit of patience and a couple of top NBA draft picks, and you find guys like Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid that will forever change the face of your franchise.
These days, it feels like 1983 in South Philly. The opening tip won by the Sixers, and we're underway here in Philadelphia. Simmons to Embiid. Giannis grabs the board. Bucks at the controls to Antetokounmpo. Swings it. Finish that. Ben Simmons with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Middleton to Antetokounmpo. Knocks it down on the step back. That was not easy.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Simmons into the front court. They trail by 2 to Tobias Harris. Here comes the screen. Giannis Antetokounmpo snatching it out of the air.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Can't connect from in close. Ginobili with it. Down 2. To Tobias Harris. Here comes the screen. Harris. The Bucks at the controls. Matthews to Antetokounmpo. Eric Bledsoe. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
To Embiid. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Here comes the screen. Antetokounmpo to Lopez. Joel Embiid sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Tobias Harris. Has a look. Wide open look. Won't go.
He missed that shot on his own. The defense didn't do anything on that play to make him miss.
Took it down the lane, but it's no good. Ginobili with it. Down just a couple. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Milwaukee with the basketball. Giannis Antetokounmpo. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level, but that jumper's wet too?
To Simmons. Now ready to shoot at the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Ben Simmons has got 2 shots coming. 56% for his career. And he connects on the first free throw. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Giannis with it up top. His team up by 1. Spinning shot. Won't fall.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 74% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. To Simmons. Rebounded by Mirotic. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Richardson to Horford. Cleans it up. Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Antetokounmpo. Baseline drive. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
To Horford. Pau Gasol tips it. Bucks at the controls. Short jumper off the mark. Deep three at the buzzer. We're through one at Wells Fargo Center with the Sixers on top. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. One quarter down. Long way to go. So, buckle up. It's wide open.
Well, both teams had their rhythm. They established the tempo that they wanted to play at. But ultimately, something has to give. Some team has to draw a line in the sand.
Al Horford sends it away. George Hill. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a three-point play. You always going in think you can get more at the rim.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Leads one. And finishes strong.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Philadelphia with the basketball. To Tobias Harris. Screen coming. Harris. The Sixers with 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in. A shot no good by Harris. Hill into the front court. Leads 3. To Antetokounmpo. Curling inside. A drive baseline, but the shot won't go.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Here comes the screen. To Tobias Harris. Has a chance. The screen sets him up for two.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Giannis with it up top. It's a one-point game, 13-12. And the rebound taken down by Harris.
Here we go. I got him. You're on the island now.
To Horford. Rebound taken down by the Bucks. Bucks basketball to Antetokounmpo. To George Hill. Antetokounmpo. Open look. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. To Tobias Harris. And a rim rocker. Joel Embiid. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Nice pass to set things up.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Here comes the screen. Giannis in control of the basketball. Up by 3. Slams it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Screen coming. Giannis Antetokounmpo pins it. Bucks at the controls. Lays it up and in.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
I got ball.
To Tobias Harris.
Hey, watch this screen left.
Screen coming. Five on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Giannis with it up top. Leads 5. Here comes the screen. Antetokounmpo to Lopez. Driving right to the basket. He cruises in for 2. Too easy.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Has a look. Just not going down. Long heave from 3/4 court. That's it for the first half. The Bucks in front.
everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucks absolutely dominated the competition in the first half. They certainly staked the flag in the paint. They were dominant around the rim on the offensive end. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Milwaukee Bucks. The 76ers have yet to appear after one half of basketball. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. These are the guys getting buckets. For the Philadelphia 76ers,
Game track. Points in the paint.
the Philadelphia 76ers have been too soft once the opposition has gotten the ball into the paint. Even worse, they refuse to tighten up and make a difference about it. The problem became more apparent to me closer to halftime, resulting in the kind of plays in our highlight package.
Player of the half.
Antetokounmpo is doing everything he can on defense to get the win. He's blocking shots, he's getting steals, and he's setting the tone for his team.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Bledsoe with it up top. Lead stands at 7. To Antetokounmpo. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. It'll stay with the Bucks. Antetokounmpo. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
Simmons. Cleans it up. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Giannis for 2. Can't connect.
Cultures have communication. Great cultures have teammates that are willing to push you to limits that maybe you didn't even see that you had. But right now, there's no leader on this team. Everybody's just going their separate ways.
Fires the 3. Not that time. He missed it.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Nothing going here on that drive. Middleton to Antetokounmpo. Got it.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Simmons to Embiid. Joel Embiid. He's now 4 for 6.
Old school equals high percentage.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Up 5. Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. The Bucks with 4 to shoot. Adetokunbo, old school, backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Simmons with it. The margin standing now at 7. Now a steal by Milwaukee. Bledsoe. And look out.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
In the front court comes Simmons. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. And that one out of bounds off a buck. It remains Sixers basketball. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Simmons to Embiid. Joel Embiid. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Middleton to Lopez. Greek Freak for 2. The shot, almost. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Richardson. Embiid, good for 2.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Here comes the screen. To Bledsoe. Adetokunbo. Middleton. Whoa, Chris Middleton. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
The savvy players, they create contact. They throw their arms in it. They even throw their bodies into it. And as soon as you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Sixers get it back. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. The Bucks at the controls. George Hill to Middleton. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And Chris Middleton, good on the quick release that time.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
To Richardson. Nice pass to get things going.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Hill to Middleton. Short jumper off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. That quarter in the books. The Bucks with the lead. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Simmons with it. Right now, down 7. There it is, Al Horford. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for it. Knocked it away! Oh! Some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. And this will be out of bounds, off of Embiid. Hill across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Matthews. Sixers control it. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
No, no, no. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots, shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Hill into the front court. Leads 3. Middleton to Hill. Layup goes down. Well done.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
George Hill to Matthews. Reset here. Let's see what they do. Trying to cash in. Almost, but no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Simmons. Richardson to Simmons. Here comes the screen. The shot by Simmons won't go down. Another follow. Stays out.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
And count the basket.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Now the Bucks gonna signal for a timeout. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining.
The best basketball. And I know I'm saying this and I shouldn't be saying it because I'm calling the broadcast, but as a player and a fan, you know you tune in to the 4th. This is where guys earn their paychecks. This is where you see real fight and real hustle.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Subbing in for the Bucks, number 6, Eric Bledsoe.
Bledsoe with the basketball. His team up by 1 to George Hill. Lopez. Middleton. That's how you defend. Simmons. To Embiid. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Bledsoe with it up top. His guys now trailing by a point. Hill to Bledsoe. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Here's Simmons with it up top. His guys now down by a point. To Embiid. Able to convert inside.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Good look that time, but off the mark. Ginobili with it. Leads one. Simmons. To Embiid. Stuffs it down with authority. Now a whistle. And we'll get a timeout called by Milwaukee. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Stepping in for the Bucks. Number 41,
Bledsoe to Matthews. Off the assist.
Well, you know what the old saying is, when you assume you make a, you know what I'm talking about. You can't fault the D too much there. I was expecting to kick out 3.
It's Ginobili with the rebound. He won't get away with this one. Referee calls it intentional.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
And they'll get the intentional foul here with 17 seconds to go.
In the 80s, that might have been a personal, but regardless, it had the same impact. You just injected a little life into your squad, just when they needed it.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Milwaukee with the basketball. Has a chance. Deep 2 there, won't go. We get a whistle and a foul with 1 second to go. It's not in the bag yet, but it would take a real meltdown for this to slip away.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning the timeout.
First one, count it. Able to convert on both free throws. Late heave to beat the buzzer. The Sixers are victorious as they take care of business at home. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers did what great teams do best, finish. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Bucks just couldn't close this one out. When a team goes back and review the film, coach will probably find areas of improvement. But one thing he can't say is they should have shot better. They did a great job of scoring in this game. Check out the leading scores for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
Joel Embiid seemed to think he could only score points with dunks in this game. Again and again. He kept throwing them down, and it was just astonishing.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
These are the games that remain. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.